3rd of May 2022 is the 3rd Tithi or lunar day of the month of Vaishakha according to the lunisolar Indian calendar. What is so special about that day? Well, if you are a rational being who can think logically, it is just another day when the sun rises, you go to work or whatever you do every day, and you come back and the sun sets and you go to sleep. But if you are someone in the gold jewelry business, it is the most important day for your business. It is Akshaya Tritiya, the day when many gullible people flock towards gold shops and jewelry showrooms and stand in queue to buy gold. For what? For getting unending prosperity. It is the ultimate marketing gimmick that has taken roots in the minds of many superstitious Indians in the last couple of decades at least. Let's analyze it a bit, shall we? Welcome to Pale Blue Thoughts, the channel which talks science and debunks pseudoscience using scientific facts in order to improve the scientific temper of people. I don't remember anyone celebrating Akshaya Tritiya during my younger days. No one even heard about it. It was always popular in the north as a day of giving. However, some smart marketing manager of a gold jewelry shop would have had this idea to market this to enhance their business. So he must have started an ad campaign to promote it, and lo and behold, the gullible superstitious Indian population just fell into it hook, line and sinker. Just type Akshaya Tritiya on YouTube and you will get hundreds of videos which all have the same subject, secret and significance of Akshaya Tritiya, and it is in all languages. Buy gold on this day to enhance never-ending prosperity. And there is not one video which calls out this as a superstition. Of course, there is one by Ravichandran C which stands out, but it is way too small to make a significance. So I decided to make one video to call out the superstition. Akshaya Tritiya is a marketing gimmick created by gold jewelers to attract customers and is rooted in superstition. It is a technique that all retailers use, create special days like discount sales to attract customers. But this one promises a farce and promotes superstition. Most of the people who buy gold are the salaried middle class. They are brainwashed in the name of Akshaya Tritiya to buy gold on that day to attain prosperity. But in reality, they are often pushed to debt for this frenzy, as many of them are forced to borrow money to buy gold. There are usually such a long queue outside gold showrooms that many often don't even get to enter the showroom to buy gold. But there are ways that can be overcome too. I got a call from a very famous gold jewelry showroom about a month ago. They reminded me that Akshaya Tritiya is coming up and asked for my plans to buy gold on that day. So just to humor them, I told them that I am currently staying far from the place and that I won't be in a position to make it to the showroom on that day. So they gave me an option. Book early and then they will issue me with a receipt dated on 3rd of May which would please those Akshaya Tritiya gods, and then the gold can be collected later. So it is not buying on that day which matter. It is all about the receipt. If the god of prosperity asks for evidence before handing out your ticket to eternal prosperity, just show the receipt. Who is fooling who here? I mean, how gullible can people get? I mean, I was sure that someone would have by now come up with a scientific explanation like they have done with sleeping with the head facing north, and a little search got me what I wanted. When the moon is ahead of the sun by 24 degrees and less than 36 degrees, certain energies in the world get activated naturally. Not just any energy, kinetic energy. All of the world is in constant motion, including non-living things, and their motions cause this energy wave. And on this particular day, waves of all the energy gets coincided with each other and their amplitudes are at maximum. NASA would have to bend its knees once again hearing such an absurd claim. So who really benefits from this superstition really? Who else but the jewelry shop owners? Their sales skyrocket through the roof and the profit percentage are often in double digits, mostly around the 25 to 35% mark, which is considered as a gold standard by any retailer. Even small-time pawnbrokers come out with gold coins with gold obtained from loan defaulters. The basic premise of the superstition is an instinct that fuels greed in people. Remember what we talked about in the debunking astrology and Vastu videos? How man's greed and fear leads to these superstitions? So if you buy gold on this day, you appease certain gods who reward you with prosperity. The rich want to accumulate more, while the poor, who don't want to be left behind, want a way out of the pits that they are in. The middle class just wants to stay secure. And if you don't have enough money, the marketers are very kind. They will let you buy on EMIs. It is not just the gold and jewelry traders who try to cash in on the beliefs of suspiciousness or quest for prosperity. Supermarkets, car and finance companies, and almost everyone who has something to sell finds some reason to tell people why they should buy their products on that very day. Astrologers also jump in the bandwagon and sell their wares with aplomb. Even during the middle of lockdown in 2020, jewelry companies went online and handed out gold purchase certificates and the gold to be collected later when the lockdown ended. It is clear that they have learned to cash in on the basic human tendency to be irrational, particularly when people are uncertain. The funny thing is, even Muslim and Christian believers don't mind buying into a Hindu superstition and stand in the queue. When it comes to blind beliefs, we are all secular, right? Just look at the media time given to astrology, numerology, vastu, sellers of pendants, rings, precious stones, sacred threads and yantras that are sold on TV, internet and newspaper ads which no consumer law can even touch. A fantastic business with zero investment, zero loss and a lot of easy returns. Just cash in on people's greed. Simple. It is the same people who would expand their irrationality by falling for items such as faith healing, magical remedies and the so-called traditional medicine or alternative medicine like homeopathy, Ayurveda, Siddha and yoga that claim to cure every ailment from warts to cancer to AIDS. That is when it becomes a bigger scam. Interestingly, no Indian law would dare enter this divine space. There are no questions asked, no need for peer-reviewed studies and no need to prove anything to anybody. You just need a mind that is willing to believe on blind faith. Nothing else. That is the power of marketing superstition when there is a media and a government that is willing to support all these scams. Everything in the name of religion and faith. So it is definitely your choice if you want to go out and stand in the queue, in the sweltering heat, in the blind belief that you will be blessed with eternal wealth. Unless you move your behind to work towards it, nothing is going to happen. All you would end up doing is double the work and you will also end up paying for it. If you get some wealth somehow, even if it is as a result of your hard work, you would attribute it to buying gold on that day, and if you don't get what you wanted, you can always justify saying that mera number aayega and wait for the next year. Of course, there would be many who has bought into this superstition who would try and justify their beliefs by saying that gold is a good investment and that is the reason that they are buying on this day. But the question remains, why this particular day and not when the gold rates are lower? No. When it comes to faith, no question should be asked. So there would still be a long line of imbeciles standing in the queue on 3rd of May with greed dripping out of their mouth and their everlasting craze for the glitter of this yellow metal and a brain full of superstitions. To those, I wish a very happy Akshaya Tritiya and wish for a bit more wisdom than wealth to come your way in the future. I hope you like this video. I will be back with more scientific videos and debunking pseudoscience videos. Until then, it's bye-bye from Pale Blue Thoughts.